Hello there, how's it going? So this video is about setting up a load balancer for EC2 instances in AWS. So the purpose of load balancer is basically to route traffic to your EC2 instances or your applications. So it basically distributes traffic across different applications in different zones. Say for example you have 3 EC2 instances across different zones, for example EUS2C, EUS2P and EUS2A. You can set up a load balancer to direct user traffic to each of these EC2 instances. If one instance is down, user will still be able to access other 2 instances. And load balancer also helps to check the head status of your application or EC2 instances. And the load balancer basically enable high availability of your applications. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is you scroll down here on the left sidebar and you will see load balancer. So click on that load balancer, and here you see a button for creating a load balancer. Click that button, and there are different types of load balancer, right? We have application load balancer, we have a network load balancer, and we have gateway load balancer. This specifically is for like maybe there is a firewall, and it basically provides a gateway to your application, like some sort of high level security. And this one it uses TLS for and UDP as well. It supports UDP. Basically, this application load balancer for HTTP and HTTPS. So the one I'm going to create today is for the ALB, which is application load balancer. And so here you click create button. Also there is another type of load balancer, which is a classic load balancer. This is a previous generation load balancer. It's probably going to be decommissioned, duplicated in the future. So to create an application load balancer, you click create button here. It takes you to this page, right? And what you need to do is you can give your load balancer name, say for example ALB something load balancer. And so we want to make it internet facing, basically through HTTP, right? So so there are different options, right? You can use it internal as well. For the IP address type is IPv4, so that's basically the recommended one for internal load balancer, though we are using internet facing, but we're still going to choose IPv4. For this, the second option, do stock, it basically includes IPv4 and IPv6, but I don't need IPv6 for this demonstration. So the next thing is basically to set up the VPC, the virtual private cloud. We just select the one that's already there, and so these are the 3 different availability zones. We have EUS2A, EUS2B and EUS2C. So I'm going to select all of them. So in case my EC2 instance has EUS2C, EUS2B or EUS2A, it will still work with each of those instances. So I'll select EUS2A, and this is the subnet, and I'll select the next one, which is EUS2B, EUS2C. So these IPv4 settings are automatically assigned by AWS. You don't need to do anything. So you just select those availability zones, and the next thing is the security group. Here it's using default. I created a security group before, so I can just select each of these any one here. I have a launch wizard one security group. To create security group, you can just click here, right, and go here, do your security group name, the description, and here this is already assigned. So you can set up inbound rule here, and once you set up the inbound rule, you can basically click create security group button, then it will create the security group for you. But I already have a security group, lots of them, so I don't need to create a new one. So the next thing is basically to set up the listener. The listener, basically the target group, and the target group basically is the group of application, right, that you want to create the load balancer for, or that you want to direct your traffic, user traffic to. So in this case, I don't have any target group created yet, so I'm going to click this link and create a target group. So to create a target group, I need to choose the type of target, and in this case it's instances, right, because I want to basically direct traffic to my EC2 instances. So there are options for IP addresses, lambda function, which is serverless, and application load balancer as well. So in my case it's instances. So I'll give this target group name, let me give it application load balancer target group. Then the protocol is HTTP and it's in port 80, and the VPC is already selected, and I'm going to be using HTTP version 1, and so the next thing is the head check, right? We can just use the head check like that, right? This is the default part for the root, basically, and advanced head check, you don't need to do anything. Then you can just go ahead and create next. And here, since I already have two EC2 instances, right? So if I go here, right, and select instances, you can see I have two EC2 instances running already. So, and if you don't have any EC2 instance, you have to go ahead and create them first. So so to finish setting up target group, I need to select these EC2 instances, the ones I want to add as my target group, and I will include them as pending below. So once that is done, and you can see they are currently pending, the next thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and create a target group. So the target group is created, right? If you select this, right, you see these are the target group, and it's currently it's not, I don't think it's active yet, but so we already have our target group. So let's go ahead and continue creating the load balancer. So this is the listener, right? We have created our target group, so we need to select the target group. First of all, refresh. It should be here, yeah. So we selected the target group. So And if you have any other target group, maybe IP addresses, you can basically add them as listener here. Or so, and the next thing is add-on service. That is not I'm not going to include that one. Tags, I'm not going to include that one. I'm just going to go ahead and create the load balancer. So here I would say I will click create load balancer, and here it's been created. Now I can go ahead and view it. So you see the load balancer is in provisioning state, right? So let's refresh it. Let's go ahead and check the target group. Unused is 2. So the reason it was unused was because we have 2 target group, unused is 2. So so I'm going to check this target, alright, and say target. Okay, it's saying unused here. So I already have it. Okay, it's currently initializing the head, right? So so let me refresh again. Select, see target initial. So it will take some time. Okay, let me click copy this and paste it in the browser. If everything is working fine, it should. Okay, now so this is basically something I provided in the user data while creating my EC2 instances, right? So for example, this is the echo hello world from hostname, and so this is what I provided while creating the EC2 instance. So that is why it's showing this one here, as you can see. So now it's from IP address 172.311.55, right? If I refresh, it should be able to direct traffic to other instance. You can see. So now our load balancer is directing traffic to different instances in different availability zone, right? So you can see. And so if I go ahead and okay, so this is what I was checking earlier, right? It was initializing the head status. Now it's confirming that the heads of these instances is good, right? So and one thing I want to do is go ahead and stop one of these instances. So I want to make sure one of these instances is down. So say for example this one, and I go ahead and stop it. So this instance is stopping now, but our load balancer may be referring to it until it's completely stopped. So you can see I'm refreshing now. It's not referring to other EC2 instances because because it's stopped, right? It's just like a okay, gateway timeout, right? So this is just the one it's referring to. So if I want to refer to the other, direct traffic to other EC2 instance, you see it keep loading and it's going to give error, gateway timeout. And if you check the head in the target group, right? If I go to the target group and I check the head of this instance, so if this is the target, right? So it's currently showing 30. So okay, basically it's just one instance we have now because one has been stopped, right? And so if I go ahead and start the one that was stopped and choose like change the security group, so let me go and start the instance again. So this is the one we stopped. Oh, it was terminated. I thought I was stopping it though. Oh, it looks like it's terminated. So it was terminated. Okay, I actually thought I was starting the instance. This is okay. Anyway, so what I wanted to show is let's assume we have one instance right now, okay, and I want to basically change the security group of this instance. All right. So the security group is launch wizard 1, right? So launch wizard 1, and so if I click this launch wizard 1, or you can just go to security group here, security group down here, and search for launch wizard 1, which is this, and go to inbound rules. Basically, the inbound rules is what is the security group you have for a traffic coming into the EC2 instance, right? I want to edit the inbound rules. So here I'm saying HTTP from anywhere. So I'm just going to delete this one, and this is from a particular load balancer. I don't think I think I've already deleted that load balancer, but I want to save this. So this is for a different load balancer. This is SSH. So I'm guessing the head is going to so the traffic is not going to be directed to that instance because of the security group change. So let me go check the target. So target group, and target, and the head is still showing healthy. Okay. It's still showing healthy. Let me check if I refresh, will it direct traffic? No, it's not directing any traffic, right? So that's because the security group, for the inbound rule of that security group has been removed, basically to the one that is responsible to allow traffic from HTTP, anywhere from HTTP, which include this load balancer, right? It was removed. That was why it's not able to connect. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that if you remove the inbound rule, right, for which basically allow traffic to that application, if you remove that particular inbound rule from the security group, the traffic is not going to be directed to that application. But if we add that rule again, so we go to our security group, right? We assign the launch wizard 1 to our instance, right? So if we go to launch wizard 1 and we edit the inbound rule, now we say allow traffic from anywhere. Maybe I should just get rid of this or just add a new one. Say I want to allow traffic, HTTP traffic, from anywhere. So I'm using anywhere at PV4. So then if I save this now, and I'll go ahead and refresh this. Now you see the traffic is being directed to that EC2 instance. So basically that is how you can set up a load balancer in AWS, and basically add the security group to your EC2 instances, create a target group as well. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment. Have a lovely day and goodbye.